Hey guys, what's up? I'm doing a little video showcasing my movie memorabilia collection. I saw some of these videos on YouTube and thought they were pretty cool. I like seeing other people's collections, so I figured I'd do one of my own. I'll start over here. This is my Friday the 13th section. This is a Friday the 13th, the original poster I got from like Blockbuster. It's not actually paper. It's like more like a painting. It has like a little grainy feel to it. I got that signed by Ari Lehman, the original Jason, and also Tom Savini, the makeup effects artist. Tom always liked to sign on the blade, he says, so I let him sign on the blade. Both of those guys are really cool, by the way. Tom Savini, I think I met him like twice. He's a real cool guy. Yeah, in this glass case, this is a replica machete. Got that signed by Kane Hodder, who, in my opinion, is the definitive Jason Voorhees. I also like Richard Berker's portrayal of the character too, and also C.J. Graham from Part 6. But I think Kane Hodder is probably my favorite one out of all of them. Moving over, this is Friday the 13th Part 2, little diorama. I believe they sold I can't remember where they originally sold these at. I had one that was out of the box. I was little, so I wanted to take it out and play with it, I guess. And recently my buddy, he was looking for one that was still in the box, and that was out of the box, excuse me, and I was looking for one that was still in the box, and he had one, so we just swapped basically. Part 2 is one of my favorites in the series, but moving up, and this is my mask collection. I believe that's a Part 4 on the left there, except it's missing a few little details for being a Part 4. Some of the chevrons are supposed to be missing or ripped off or chipped. So I guess you could call it a Part 4, like an early Part 4. The Part 5 right next to it, Part 6, and a Part 7, which I think the Part 7 is probably the most distinctive mask in the franchise, just because it's got the little noticeable characteristics like the missing cheek area and stuff like that. I got an 8x10 signed by Kane Hodder as well. Funny story about that is I got a poster signed from my buddy Corey, and Kane Hodder misspelled his name. He felt really bad about it. So he said, oh, just pick a 8x10. I'll give you a free autograph. So instead of getting one for Corey, which I probably should have done, I wasn't thinking, and I just got one for myself. So he put 2 franc on it. So sorry, Corey. Going above that is another little painting that I got downtown of Jason Voorhees. I think that is pretty badass. I have one over here too of Freddy, and I'll show you that in a minute. This is a 24 by 36 poster of. Technically, it's the final chapter, but it doesn't say final chapter. It just says Friday the 13th. So instead of getting all different posters from each series or from each movie and taking up more room, I just decided to get this, plain basic poster so I could have everybody sign in. Doesn't matter what movie they're from. The only person I have on there right now is Ted White, Jason from Final Chapter. I'm gonna do my Halloween section right now. Let's see, go over here. This is my jumpsuit that I got. I believe I got it like Sears. I'll probably eventually put some like blood and bullet holes or whatever on it, but I plan on cosplaying soon. So up above that is my DVD inserts of Halloween 2, the first one, and Part 5. The first 2 are signed by John Carpenter. I sent it to his fan mail address, and you're always skeptical when you send stuff like that in the mail. You don't really know if it's ever going to get back to you. But I actually got these back pretty quickly. I think it was only like 2 weeks or a week and a half or something like that. the Halloween 5 was probably one of the first things I ever got signed. That was signed by Danielle Harris, and she's always sweet. I met her like 3 times that whole year. I remember when I met her for the first time when I got her to sign this. This is the only thing I had on me at the time, so I was real nervous, and I went up to her, and she could tell. She said, she started laughing. She's like, "Are you nervous?" I was like, "Yeah." And I didn't really know what to ask her, so I just, first thing that I thought of was, "Why weren't you in Halloween 6?" Which most of us already know why. And she laughed. She's like, "Well, have you seen part 6?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, it's kind of shitty, wasn't it?" So she's got a sense of humor, so that's good. My 35 Years of Terror crew t-shirt. I volunteered at the 35 Years of Terror convention, which was a blast, and I met some really cool people, not just the celebrities, but the fellow volunteers, and some great people. My 18-inch Rob Zombie's Halloween figure, my Halloween 2 soundtrack. Take a step back. Don't mind the Wendy Williams book or the stuff on 50 Shades of Grey. That's not mine. That's my wife's. My Halloween Rob Zombie's poster signed by pretty much everybody, aside from Brad Dourif and Scout Taylor Compton, I think. Let's see. Going over my Halloween 2, 4, 5, and 6 posters, 11 by 17s. I got all these signed at that Halloween 35 Years of Terror convention. One of the perks of volunteering was 1 free autograph from each person, so that's all I planned on getting anyway, so I got a crap load of signatures, except for Danielle Harris, which I had to get her to sign both of these, so Part 6, the only ones I got from Part 6 was George Wilbur, Alan Howarth, the composer, and J.C. Brandy. All pretty cool people. There wasn't one person I think that I met that I didn't really like. So, my light up pumpkin I got from Trick or Treat Studios. It's kind of a replica of the one from the Part 2 opening credits of the movie. My Michael Myers mask, which I'm going to be wearing when I cosplay soon. My most recent piece is my replica 78 Lamps and Knife. I got this at a little swap meet downtown. I just got this like yesterday, so that's my most recent thing, and I love it. It's pretty awesome. That's actually a piece of the actual hedge from the movie down in Pasadena when I went to visit, and I don't know, I just took a piece. My original poster of Halloween, signed by Nick Castle, Tommy Lee Wallace, PJ Souls. And a cool little story about PJ Souls is that every time I meet her, I met her like 2 or 3 times. She's the sweetest woman. I remember I was in line for Nancy Keys' autograph, or Nancy Loomis, and I looked over and she was packing. It was toward the end of the day, and she was packing up her stuff. And I kind of leaned over. I said, "Hey PJ, can you give me? Are you leaving?" She said, "Yeah, I'm taking off." I was like, "Well, can I get a quick autograph?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." So I went up to shake her hand, and instead of shaking my hand, she just pulled me in for a hug, which says a lot about her. She's really sweet. Staying with the Halloween, I got my Blu-ray box set down there in the 25 Years of Terror convention. I'm going to stop the video right now, and I'll continue in part 2.